All right. So, what three topics we're going to do? What did we do this past week or maybe the last couple weeks? Talk about something, and then what are we going to do next week?
Oh
So, what
yeah,
do we
insert
do here
intro.
recently? Oh, yeah, insert intro. So, what do we do this last couple weeks? It's been exciting, right? It's
Yep, everything's coming out of winter looking pretty good. Look
No
like it's
dead
going to
outs
explode
yet.
pretty soon.
well. So, what happened? What do we have coming out of winter? How many dead outs did we have?
Maybe like 3 overall. 3, 4.
Jimmy, you know?
No.
All right, so we had five. Five out of the 26 that we had. So we got about 21, 22 colonies out there right now. I think we talked last time. I don't know that there's really any good explanation. We had two that were like strong colonies that were just dead, and some that were small colonies that were dead. But percentage wise, I think we're okay this year, right?
Not like the guys in California.
There's a lot of the commercial beekeepers. They've been experiencing some big stuff. Do you know why, Jimmy?
Currently, we don't know, though it seems to be either starvation or, as always, varroa.
Where'd you hear that from?
I believe it's a Charles Linder article in the ABJ. Huh.
Okay.
I
All right.
can fact check that.
So what? Yeah, what have we done in the last couple weeks? We did a bee inspection. Or a quick one? When did we do that, Philip?
Last week?
Last weekend?
Yeah.
Last week?
Also put
What did
on
we do?
some palm patties.
Yeah. I guess you did. You went too, didn't you, Jimmy?
Yeah.
So we can gonna say link a video that we did down below, right?
Yeah.
That's what all the YouTubers do. But anyway, what'd you guys think about the hives this year so far?
Definitely majority looking pretty strong. A lot better than they have been in the past, but we've had an extremely light winter. So,
We had a lighter winter last year, right? But I'm gonna say I think that what we only had one hive that was in a double deep. The rest were in singles, and I think they look pretty darn good, don't they? We did the mountain camp deal with a feeder shim, and like early January, or was it early February, we took a look just to see what was if they needed food. Some needed food, some didn't. Early March, right? We put a pollen patty in on some of those that were like, oh, they need some food. So I mean, for what it's worth, I think the overwintering in singles is the way we should go. going forward. What else we do the last couple weeks? Ordered about 500 frames coming sometime this week.
Oh,
Yep. Acorn. They're great frames and great people to work with. Jimmy, what have we been doing out in the shed?
building boxes.
And
Yeah, covers too, and pallets.
pallets. We got what do we say? Five more pallets with the ones we already have left over, which we should be good. A couple more, two more nuke pallets, which is a different design this year, which was easier to build. Built what 15 deeps and 18 supers so far. I think we need about another 18 supers if we're going to have a good year, hopefully. And then we did 10 more lids, migratory lids, and then 6 more lids for the nukes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I got some video and some pictures. We'll put them up and just kind of show what we've been doing. I think we're in decent shape for the swarm season that's coming really quick. But how about we move into something to talk about? Topic discussion. Gonna say, Jimmy, what do you got for us?
So I've done a bit of research on double screen boards after you told me about those and how we can use them for splitting. Yeah, it seems like if you don't know how they work, then you can't. Then it's like you have a board with two screens, and that prevents anything from going through, including pheromones. So then you can use that to split a colony, since the bees will believe they're queenless for a little bit, since there's no more queen pheromone going through to them. So then you can put the queen in, it will most likely be more readily accepted.
Yeah, I know Bob Binney is a big believer in them. The
Yeah.
Ashby Farms, he uses them, and what's the guy down in, I think it's Alabama, right? Philip, the Jeff Horsch, right?
Yeah, Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed, you're right. So he's a big proponent of them too. So Philip, we've used them a few times. What do you think about them?
They're pretty nice. Similar to a walkaway split, but it's a bit more controlled. You definitely have the option to remerge them if it doesn't go your way and they don't end up creating two separate hives. But if they do, great. You got two new colonies just from tossing a board in. That's about it.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty good. So with our experience so far, what should we do different? So thinking, do we build more of these double screen boards, and in a couple weeks we're going to put deep boxes on top of everything, let them come up, do we want to put double screen boards in between each one of those that we do, and just kind of do that split thing? What do you guys think?
Right out of the gate, I think we should do the double screen board method. Then further down the line, once everything gets a bit more subtle, we start doing queen rearing, then doing splits that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great point, because that's the other thing that we need to talk about, because I mean it's going to start happening here pretty quick, is just the idea of doing queen rearing. But yeah, I think I, I don't know how many double screen boards we have. We probably need to build some more just to have on hand in case. You can always sell them, right?
Yep.
Okay. What else? Anything else you researched, Jimmy?
No, that's it for research.
How about you, Philip? Anything interesting come up?
No, not really.
Your research, your thoughts? All right. All right. So, week coming up. What's the weather look like? Anybody looked at it?
Cold. Cold and rainy. Looking like about 50s, then a few lows of like 30, 32, and some highs of 50s, mid 50s, low 60s.
Yep. So I believe we need to get out in the yards and do some, gonna say, quick inspections. I didn't look to see what putting Apivar treatments in now and how long they last. We want to kind of time that the flow, which we're probably pretty close. I mean, the flow starts mid March or mid May, right? What I'm looking at is rain Tuesday night, Wednesday, and like Philip said, highs in the high 50s, low 30s. So I'm thinking we probably want to go out. Do we want to think about putting buckets on?
Yeah.
Should probably wait till after it's done freezing or down in the low 30s, low 30s, low 40s.
Yeah. So maybe I'm thinking um, we could go out tomorrow, maybe Tuesday afternoon and Thursday. So let's figure out what days we want to go out. Maybe it's just hit 1 yard one time and 1 yard another night. The other thing we need to get with, and I will do this, is get with Brian Andre to figure, and then we need to figure out which pallet we're going to move over.
Right.
And we need to figure out how to start painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are probably the big things. I think the other thing I'd like to figure out and talk about is like the B truck. You know, we got a new red truck and we got the old black truck, but I'd still like to I think having a truck crane would be good. So something for the business is is it worth keeping a truck like the black truck around for $1,000 a year? It's a lot of honey. Something to think about. Let's see. We still got some cappings to melt. We got some supers. I still got 3 supers to finish extracting. The other thing to
Oh, we
think
need to
about
get
for
to
next
that.
week. Yeah, the other thing we need to think about is building a swarm vacuum or a bee vac. One of the things that we talked about, Philip, was to be more engaged with like the Quad City Beekeeping Club, because I think they have lots of postings of swarms. So I think that would be something good to have, and we just drop them in, nukes, and you can always resell them, right?
Yep.
Which Jimmy and I did get that generator running today, so we do have that ready to roll.
Do you have the respirator ready, though?
For what?
If we do OAV treatments?
We won't do that for a while. All right. So what else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. How about we call this good for this week? Another test. I like this, guys. This is fun to talk,
Yeah.
even though we're like 10 feet from each other, right?
Yeah.
We'll figure out more, but we'll call it good. Just you need to when we stop this, keep your computer on so it uploads all the videos. Okay.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay.
All right. Bye bye.
Insert